Okay, here's another story of a dream. And this one's going to be pretty heavy, okay? But the message is really important because I'm beginning to understand what we need to understand, okay? What we need to realize, what's happening, what's being done, okay? So this dream is recent, and I have had 3 Dene young men here, and while they were visiting, I had this dream. And so this dream was very different than other dreams I've had. And emotionally, it was intense for me. So in the dream, so these dreams, I'm very lucid. It's very clear, very vivid. Not like ordinary sleepy dreams, not like that. Okay, so in the dream, I am brought to the edge of a yard, a front yard, and it's a small front yard, grass, kind of dry, summer. And there is, again, a typical government house. Little, sloped second story. The house has a solid plated metal door, no window in it. Okay. And I'm just standing there, and on the other side of the yard is the forest. So it's like a rectangle yard, and I'm standing on this side of it. So I can see the yard, I can see the house, and I can see the forest. And then this very dark, creepy, smoky black, spirit-like energy goes from the left side of me, and it goes deep into the forest. And it just caused this wave of come over me. And I looked at it, and I'm like, am I supposed to follow it into the forest? Like, I'm like, oh. And then the second it did that, a giant wolf. Again, a gigantic gray wolf, very large, like, so much bigger than anything normal, like 3 cars. Big, big, big. I can see now that wolf's head was pointing away from the house, okay, but it was looking at me, and it was just staring in my eyes, and I could see its fur blowing, okay, and it made eye contact with me, and there was a part of me, a small part of me, that it connected with, okay, that it was like it was trying to beckon me to join it as a predator. But it wasn't being vicious to me. It was like it was trying to draw me into its world, into its ways. Okay? But I went, no, no, no. And then my attention turned to the house. And then I realized in the house, there was a whole bunch of different people, but all vulnerable people. So there were little children, there were young children, teenagers, lots of women, older people, okay? And they were all terrified, and they were hiding in the house because they were very afraid of the predator, okay? And so then another part of me, I identified more with them. And so then I started to walk towards the house because I wanted to go inside the house. And as I started to walk, every step I took, more and more and more fear began to come up into my body. And by the time I got to the door, fear was just filling me, and I became completely terrified, filled with hysterical fear. I was screaming. I was banging on the door with all my will and power, and everyone who was inside the house was too terrified to open the door to let me in. And the wolf was behind me, and I felt that it was going to come and it was going to consume me and kill me. And then what I did is I accepted the fear, and I just allowed it to go through me. I allowed it, I accepted it, and it was like it was going to come for me, in the most vulnerable way, that it would get me from behind, and I just allowed. I accepted the fear. I let the fear pass through me, okay? And it did. I accepted the possibility that it could murder me, consume me, and kill me. And I accepted that, okay? And when I accepted it, just peace came. Peace came, and I turned, and the wolf was gone. And I was able to maintain myself in the point that was more neutral between being a victim or being a predator. And I believe I understand the message. We have to break the cycle that has been inculcated into us, okay, through the evil forces that are prevalent in our culture, that have victimized us severely, okay? We have fallen into every kind of vice, every kind of dysfunction, okay? And this message is for everyone in the Northwest Territories who is Indigenous, who is selling, who is bootlegging and selling drugs, okay? Hard drugs. I'm not saying plant medicine is wrong. There is a difference between plant medicine. People do use medicine to heal, and that is a different matter for ceremony. I am talking about predatorizing our own people, okay? Because it's time to realize what's really going on. The dark forces, the evil people, the Satanists, I'm telling you, the Satanists are the ones behind the drug industry. Now, that might be shocking for you, but I know it's true because of my experience, which I will tell you more about. And what they're doing is they are using these dangerous substances, alcohol too. Alcohol is a bad one. And the entities, the dark entities, are getting attached to us through these substances, and they are drinking our life force like vampires, okay? Or eating us up like a werewolf, okay? And so I understand that the sellers and bootleggers feel victimized too because they're trapped in poverty, okay? And so then what's happening is if we do that, we are aligning with the predator, okay? And victimizing our own people. Now we have to face the fears, all the fears we have, all the fears that, people will hate us or abandon us or we won't have enough, because Creator will provide for us. Creator will, we must pray. We must pray with our whole heart and soul now for forgiveness. It's really important now. It's so important. The sacred power of the earth is awakening now through these ruins, and it's for us. Yes, we have been terribly predatorized and victimized, and there has been atrocious crimes committed against all Indigenous people on earth, especially in North America. But we must help everyone who's aware of someone who's selling, okay? You must warn them. You must tell them they must stop. They must stop, or we will do everything in our power to reveal them to the authorities, because we must protect ourselves now, okay? Because the Satanists are working through these systems. I don't know how they're doing it, okay? I don't know how they're getting them in, but I know they're the ones doing it. And they're doing it for a very dark force reason. Okay, so I think you've gotten the message. And everyone who knows me and all my students and everyone I've talked to, I'm telling everyone now to go out and tell and reach out to everyone who's in this trap, either the addiction or the selling and the bootlegging. It must stop. We must stop it. We are the only ones. Okay? They will not stop. They will continue relentlessly, and they're trying to kill us. And they're trying to use our life force to feed the dark energies. Okay? You understand? Okay. You must listen to me. You really must. It's very important. And I am praying. We all must pray. Pray for the light. Pray for the guidance. Pray for help. We can do this. It's time for us to do this. It's really time to heal. Okay. I hope you find this empowering. Creator loves you, and Spirit will help you. Goodbye.